Today we're going to do some more random matches in Quick Match. Let's queue. So Tracer has come out officially, I think now. As you can see, I've not got enough gold to buy her at the moment, so we have to wait for that to happen before I can do a video on her. Unless she comes on to free rotation first, which is incredibly unlikely with her being a new character, but there we go. Hopefully you guys are still enjoying the videos. I am. I'm enjoying making them, and after all, that's, I suppose, what matters to me. So they're going to continue for a while. You've probably seen I've been playing a fair amount of Subnautica as well at the moment, which again is enjoyable. It's in development, and I feel like I'm just getting towards the end of it. Really, I suppose, just because there's a lack of content. You've got a fair amount of exploration, you've got a fair amount of crafting at the moment. Not a lot of story line filled and fleshed out. And, you know, venturing and exploring and that is all well and good, but I just fancy some story behind it as well, and it's there, it's just being fleshed out at the moment along with other content. Anyway, I suppose that's enough about Subnautica, because we are here to play heroes, aren't we? And we are waiting for a match to come up, and this queue is going to be over in about 20 or 30 seconds or so, hopefully. How is everyone? I'm doing alright. Hopefully you are. Yeah. There we go. I don't know how to keep the queuing in and the loading in. It's easy for me to keep it there. Of course, you have to listen to me talk and find things to say while all that happens. So there's that. Do you guys fancy me trying a different game? If you do, let me know. Leave a comment, send me a message, tweet me. You'll find all the details in the video description. If you want me to try another game, I'll take a look. Take a look what I think. I mean, even if it's only you want me to see how I compare it to Dota 2, which I haven't played in absolute years and was very bad at it when I did play. League of Legends I've never touched, but I have no real interest in that. Yeah, let me know. I'm tempted to do some Black Desert Online. I'll have to buy it first, of course, but it's an online game that does have me interested purely due to the fact all the crafting options and all the... You can pretty much do what you want. I used to play a fair bit amount of Ultima Online when it was out. The first MMO I really played, and I loved it completely. And partly due to the skills, you had to actually do a skill to get good at it, and repeated use would get you up to that level. That I thought was genius. And wow, we've been waiting for a fair while for this match and nothing yet. Still, it means it can't be that far off. Oh, and I spoke to, so here we go. Who are we playing with? So on the enemy team we have a Tracer, a Sylvanas, a Zagara, a Jaina and Tyrande. While I have got Tyrande myself playing alongside the Butcher, Tracer, Tychus and Kalthas. Kalthas? Kalthas. That's how I'm going to pronounce it anyway, so there you go. We're going to be on the Garden of Terror map. So we're going to have night time, you've got day-night cycle, you'll have little shamblers, little minions almost, at certain locations throughout the map. There'll be 6 locations, 2 of them will be large boss type shamblers, and then you'll have 4 groups of 3 minion type shamblers. Kill them, they drop seeds, you collect the seeds. Once you get 100 seeds, you can then get terror, which grows. You have to collect the terror from your base, and then you can push along the lanes or attack heroes or do what you want with it. It has a couple of abilities. Let's say hi to our Tychus. So, first, we're probably gonna go for an owl build, and why wouldn't we? So first one we're gonna get is reduced cooldowns on hit. So when our sentinel impacts, our cooldowns reduced by 2 seconds.
10 seconds.
So our
5,
skills here are, our trait is Hunter's Mark. We have to cast this on an enemy, be it hero or otherwise, and it makes them vulnerable, increasing all damage they take by 25% and revealing them for 4 seconds. So that's our trait. Our abilities, on our Q we have Light of a Loon. Let's fire off our arrow as well, we're too busy talking rather than... and we'll just... There's the enemies Tyrande on the bottom as well. Q is our heal, so Light of a Loon, heal ourselves for 166. If casted on eye, also heals them for 133. So not only does it heal us, it heals the target, it heals us as well. We'll fire off a... Just can't manage to secure the kill there. So I think that covered the heal just about, didn't it? Let's get out of there. And we'll just get from the well as well. Our W files off our sentinel, and what does that do? It reveals the area that it travels along, and when it impacts it does a small amount of damage to that character as well. Our final ability at the moment is our E, which throws out a small circle in an area, as you can see there. Yes, Tychus wants to defend the gate. We would also like to defend as well, but we are... There we go. And that lands, it damages and stuns. Just throw that out. Okay, so what we would really like to do around about now is collect some stuff from the Shamblers here. So we need to heal our Tracer in a moment.
Let us make haste.
And our...
They shall feed my children.
Brilliant.
Okay, so securing a kill there on the enemy's Tyrande. Not that we necessarily had to go out, but I thought ours was a little bit low, just a second too late there on the heal. Fine. For our next skill, we are going to get Pierce, so our sentinel hits multiple targets when we send it out. It doesn't just stop at the first one. Are we not? I would like to get this, please. Enemy team is up collecting the top Shambler, so we should be getting this one, as we are. Our Tracer and our Tychus, for some reason, going up top. But that's fine, and we managed to get enough seeds as well to get a Terror. We'll pick up that little globe and continue. Let's fire off our Sentinel to see where everybody's moving. Looks like our Tracer is getting our Terror. Yeah. Two people going up top. I still think we need somebody in the middle lane to soak. But there we go. Let's fire off another one of those, see where everybody is. We'll get out of the way of this Tracer as well. The thing about Tracer is she's very, very mobile. So we just have to be careful, and she can escape our stuns fairly easily. Let's see if we can catch her out. No, goes horrendous. There we go. I think she just got a little bit over extended there. I'm going to go back and get some health, and for our next ability we are going to go with Battle Momentum. It decreases our ability cools down by half a second for every auto attack. We're going to go mid because we need some soak there, I think. Let's fire off that and hope it hits something. It does not, but we can still just stay in the middle lane and soak a bit. We want to be firing off the owl now as much as possible, just because it's off the cooldown a lot. We'll pop one of those there, and the enemy Tyrande will walk straight into it, which is always nice when they do that, when they walk into. Now she's going to be around the top here. We'll
Let us make haste.
Just sorry about that, just doing a little bit of chasing really, a bit of pressure there. And we'll just fire that off and deal some damage as well. Oh, just missing out, but that's fine, we don't mind about that, do we? Of course we don't, as long as we're getting some auto attack damage done. Let's go and apply some pressure at the top there, like that. We have Jaina coming in. Let's heal on the R tracer and just get rid of this pressure.
Night falls once more, and soon the Shamblers shall rise again.
And we'll fire out some healing. And look, unfortunately we couldn't get our tracer, but she is very, very squishy. Are we? No. Just couldn't cancel that in time. That's fine. Let's throw out a sentinel and see who's there.
What a joyous
And they're heading up to this section, so we have 2 people up here already. So let's go and contest. Well, 2 guys are Butcher and Kelthus seem to just be concentrating on keeping the top going. Let's shove that out there. And for our next time we are going to Shadow Stalk, so whenever we hit R, we heal our allies and they get some stealth as well. And apparently it looks like we're not wanting to attack. What are we doing? We're getting killed is the answer.
enemy slain.
No peace.
I shall not let you die.
Just missing out on killing Jaina there with that stun. We should have been going after the terrors, after the shamblers on that. Absolutely should have been doing. How are we doing? We have 2 kills, 1 assist and 1 death. Damage isn't great, siege damage isn't great. 8,000 heal, which when you compare it against the enemy Tyrande is pretty good, and 4,000 XP. We're going to go down bottom and help here. However, the enemy team is going to be taking down one. Let's try and get a heal on there, and let's just get our R out of there as well to get some general heals on the way as well. The enemy team just moping around, I think, nothing serious happening. Misclick there, was supposed to land on our our Kelthus. What's happening here? Well played. We'll put heal on our tracer. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, I completely wrecked that. Completely and utterly missed, which was terrible. Guys, would like some help here, if that's alright with you. And we'll throw out an owl up top as well.
The sun dawns.
Miss everything,
My children
but that's
must
absolutely fine. We could do with mid being defended. Okay, enemy team is going to be getting...
Yes, of course.
Oh dear, I'm not paying attention at all to what I'm doing. And that was my fault. Next one. Do we get... Light of Balloon has increased healing when at high health. Do we get increased movement speed, or do we get an attack speed when using Hunter's Mark? We get attack speed when using Hunter's Mark. Just allows us to do a bit more damage. I can't help Butcher at all there, especially since he's got an entire team pretty much on him and nobody else was around. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is fire off one of them and hope that it hits Sagara. It does not, but it was a good blind. We will heal our Kelthas. We'll see about our range. Now we will... let's fire that off as well, see if we hit anyone.
Yes, of course.
And heal up. Let's... oh, looks like Tracer's going up top. If I was the enemy team, I would be there.
Better protect this fort.
And we are being split pushed quite heavily. Just because they can, really. And if I were them, I would be pushing bottom. And what do you know, I'm not going to go in there.
Let us make haste.
And we're not responding to this at all. It appears that nobody really wants to come down and help me out. Oh, Tychus is coming.
With haste.
Is the rest of the enemy team down here? Let's find out. Let's just chuck that way. Yes, they are. Out and about. Let's hit our ultimate. We'll see if we can make anything hit. We'll put out. And I'm gonna die.
Careful. My plans run.
Okay, how are we
The
doing?
night comes.
I suppose damage isn't too
Remember, kill the shambles.
outrageous, too low. All things considered, we're doing more than the Butcher. I am concerned our Tracer has 8 deaths, which is out of character when you look at the rest of the team. The enemy's a level ahead. Of course that's where they're going to be, but Tracer, you need to get out of there because there is no way you're going to do anything useful. So for our next, we are going to have increased width and damage on Sentinel, just purely because we're going to throw it out so often. It makes sense for it to have some punch to it if necessary. So enemy Sylvanus down there, and also we've got some general activity from the enemy team down there as well. Let's just double check that. Yep. So let's go down and help, and also we're going to have to deal with the pressure from this Terror as well. So I think that probably is the thing to do. Just throw that out there as 2.
Your enemy's terror is comfort.
It's fine. We're not going to chase. We don't chase.
So be it.
Why? There's no point in chasing Tracer around when we've got an objective off, in my humble opinion. I can't start this without you guys here. Come on. We're standing around and... Sorry, I'm getting a little bit annoyed over this. The team is standing around and doing very, very little. Look at that. We've allowed them to apply pressure on us. And we should not be allowing that to happen. I don't really know what our guys are doing up there, if I'm honest. Stop Jaina from coming down. Yeah, now our team comes down, and I have no doubt our Tracer will go in and pretty much die.
Double kill. Triple kill. Your terror is starting to
Thus to the enemies of the Sentinel.
That probably wasn't worth it, if we're honest. Fine, I will go back and get the Terror. That exchange was... We certainly came out on the wrong end of that. In theory I shouldn't be getting this, being the support. I'd rather be out there healing.
Well done. The terror shall uproot your enemies.
Somebody needs to go and deal with top while we push mid. At least Butcher's got an idea of what he wants to do, and we'll just pop that there, we'll pop that there, and we'll just concentrate on the keep rather than going for anything. That's fine, we'll just pop. And now we will escape and go down to the bottom, and on our way down we shall pop that there, and we'll just, so hopefully we can clear 2 of these.
Your enemy's fort
How are we on time? We got 30 odd seconds. Let's do a bit of wave clear.
Better protect this fort.
Can we get up to there in time? Probably not, but we will go up and attempt it. We've only got 22 seconds left, but nobody else is going, so we shall. There's not a lot more damage I can do with the rest of the team up. We're going to increase our attack speed and range, by the way, as our and just to help clear this, they're going to be going somewhere down there, I'd imagine. That's where I'd be going. I'd be getting camps to apply pressure. What do you know? There's Sylvanas. And we'll just fire another one out. You see, we're just firing out these as fast as we can.
Night falls, heroes.
Just because we
How I
can,
love
really,
to
and
see
it's
my
going to do us some
garden in
good.
the
Let's go
moon's
and
glow.
clear out this pressure we're going to get on here. So we've got most of the team back now. They're going to be there. Let's get out of the way as quickly as we can. We'll heal ourselves, but that's not the best use of the talent, because we want to heal other people so they get healed and we get healed as well. Not a lot I could do there with an entire team on me, except maybe keep an eye on my map a little bit more to see where Tracer was pulling them from. So we are ahead a level, which is nice, but building wise we are not doing very well at all. They have, we're too busy chasing rather than focusing on objectives. Our Tychus has the right idea, but we do have pressure top and bottom lane. I'm not sure our top lane is going to be able to clear that. Oh, maybe it is. Yep, top lane's good. So bottom lane, and rather than just hanging around in mid here, guys, we could do with the objectives. So I suppose we also need to, of course, as Tychus is doing, defend against that. So if I was the enemy team, I would probably be going for that at the moment, or maybe the bottom one. I tempted to go for the top one because that is where you have your support from your friendly terror. Let's throw one of those out. And what do you know, they are not.
With haste.
I'm not quite sure what the enemy terror is trying to do, other than just let's throw that out, let's throw that out, and let's throw that out. So we do a ton of healing, and then we throw we've not been using our trait enough.
Spill their blood.
Next time, run fast. Yes, of course.
Oh, Kel'Thas is still dealing with Tracer at the top. Nope.
The enemy's terror What a heart. They shall feed my children.
So be it.
Double kill.
Okay, so in fairness, we did a fairly good job at clearing that. Let's go and heal our Tychus because we can.
Their defenses fall.
Let us make haste.
That is enough.
Now that is
Soon
the way
guard
you do
and
it.
terror will
Retreat
be
is not
yours.
weakness. It is strength.
Right, I'm going to go and get that Terror because we did a fair push with it last time, so let's do it again. Hopefully they will get the top. I am going to
The terror
push.
waits.
By a lead.
Come, take its power. Excellent.
The question is, do I push top or do I push
Uproot your
bottom?
enemy's force.
We're pushing bottom because all their attention at the top is going to take them longer to get down to us, and it pulls them away from our friendly team as well. So that's what we're going to do. A split push essentially. So the plan is to come down here.
It's over for now, but don't get too comfortable. The infested will return.
Just drop
again.
that so they... and we are being heavily focused here, so we will just get out of it as much as possible. That was not a great...
Such weak flesh. Better to be with.
Sweet kill, kid.
That one's pushing up daisies. Double kill. Triple kill. Killing spree. Well done, my
Okay, so we're getting a fair bit of pushing done here, which is good. We should push mid. Or take camps, whichever.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, see, Tracer's thinking we're going for camps, going for mid push. Enemy team will be shortly spawning, so we need to get this as quickly as possible. Our Tychus going after top there. He may need a bit of healing, so we'll allow for that. That's applying a bit of pressure to the bottom, which hopefully they will respond to. So somehow we've got 2 leads ahead. We need to get some pressure, so let's get the camps going. Oh, hello. That's fine.
That seemed personal.
Keep it up, mother.
We're going to help Calthus. Oh, Tracer needs some help. Let's chuck that out.
Night falls in 30 seconds. Are you ready for some amusement? Enemy victory.
Oh, a little overextended.
Victory in death.
So our Tracer is securing kills, but she's also
Better to be rid of it.
got a few detrimental deaths on top of there as well. She is very squishy, but I think a lot of it is
Shamblers rise
maybe
again.
new players trying her out and not knowing and just learning the ropes, and that's exactly what quick match is there for. So we should not be pushing, we should be collecting objectives round about now, I reckon, because we're not going to be able to secure this in this push, I don't think. We're going to try by the looks of it. We're pushing top fairly hard. I suppose there's no reason why we shouldn't, particularly if the majority of the enemy team is dead. We might have been able to win that.
Someone want to help our amigo?
Kalthas certainly seems to think we can.
Can you feel the terror growing?
He's got to be careful because we only have 10 seconds-ish, just over, before.
To the battlefield, quickly.
Do they want me to take it?
It is time to harvest.
It would be a bit of a distraction, I suppose.
Rise, my terror. Sap the light.
But we're not needed because thankfully our push and our Kalthas push managed to get the core. And there we have it. Good game. It was a bit ropey, I think, at stages, but we managed okay, didn't we? Which is nice. So, 5 kills, 16 assists, 5 deaths, did 42,000 healing, which isn't bad. We probably didn't spam our R as much as we should have done, so we can increase that, and we probably didn't use our Q as much as we should have done either. 72,000 damage, could have been better considering we got a couple of goes with the Terror, but still we made a fair bit of progress. Hero damage 25,000, certainly not the lowest, but you're never going to get competitive numbers damage wise unless you go for a build, which I've lost my train of thought, so yeah. Okay then, so build wise we went for Empower, so whenever we throw out Sentinel and it hits, it decreases our cooldown by 2 seconds, meaning we can throw more of them out there and spam our abilities a lot more. Pierce, Sentinel no longer stops at the first hero hits, but affects anyone it hits across its path, which means each person is a 2-second cooldown. More abilities. Then we've gone for Battle Momentum, so our attacks reduce ability cooldown for 5 seconds. So not only do we get our cooldowns from our Ws, but we also get them from Battle Momentum as well. Then we have Shadow Stalk, which heals all allies, stealths them for 8 seconds. At the conclusion, they also receive a bit more healing. Huntress Fury, so 40% attack speed for 4 seconds when using Huntress Mark, and then our width of Sentinel increased by 100%. The damage dealt is based on distance travelled. So if you hit somebody at the end of the flight, you've got a good amount of damage there, up to a maximum of plus 200% of the normal damage. And then we are increasing our attack speed by 20% and our range by 20%, which goes quite well with Battle Momentum because then you're reducing your abilities even more. Out of curiosity, let's have a look at what our enemy Tyrande took. So Sentinel Impact reduced by 2 seconds, the same. Then they went for Searing Arrows, which you have to activate and increases damage at the expense of mana. They then increased the range of Lunar Flare by 40%. Shadow Stalk again. Huntress Fury again. Increase basic attack damage by 15% of nearby enemies' heroes, and Rewind. So a bit of a support damage build there, I'd say. Okay, well, let me know if you enjoyed the video with a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video for whatever reason, or you don't enjoy this particular thing, not only can you give it a thumbs down, but if you don't like the Heroes of the Storm videos, you don't feel you have to watch them. I'm not going to mind. I'd rather you save 30 minutes of your life and do something you enjoy instead. If you really like what I produce, then please subscribe. I'm on Twitter, so you can follow me on there if you really want to as well. And if you tweet me, if you ask a question and want to reply, I will do my best to reply to you in whatever means you get in contact with me. So once again, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.